Chris Daughtry. Good to see you again, even if it is virtually.
Absolutely. Good to see you too.
We talked to you and Jacoby, and you were kind of letting us in on the Family Feud episode. And we watched the Family Feud episode, and it was good. It lived up to the hype.
It was great, man. It was awesome.
Tell me. I mean, I'm a little sour. We got ripped off on that horse.
You did, man. Because you guys, I thought you had it in the bag. I thought, oh, Daughtry's running away with this.
Yeah, you guys started. You came out of the gate hot.
I mean, we stayed hot. They got one question right when it was triple the money.
Right.
Not fair.
And it was funny because the dude from Papa Roach who answered that question, he had no correct answers up until then. He was given the craziest answers I ever heard, and that was he finally got the one that mattered.
No, because I think at one point Steve Harvey was even like, he's not the smartest person in the band,
right,
is he?
Right. But I did love the fact that you and Jacoby both played for the big money because you guys were playing for the same cause. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Even though I got most of the points,
you are sour.
You know what? That was so much fun. And regardless of the turnout, I thought it was great that we were both playing for the same charity. So the real winner was AFSP, and I feel like my guys, we came in it to win it, and we had a protein that morning. Our brains were firing on all cylinders. Yeah, I thought we did great. So regardless of the turnout, I was really proud of what we did.
How much fun was it to be on that set and play that game on that? You know what I mean?
It was a bit like a fever dream. Honestly, it was over and done so fast. It was like, did that actually happen? Was that real? It feels. It's surreal, when you see it on television. You have your idea of what it would be like, or how nerve-wracking it'll be. Like, oh, I hope I don't sound stupid when it gets to me, because the worst thing ever is when the word is on the tip of your tongue and it's such a elementary word, and you're like, and then you say the dumbest thing ever. That was my biggest fear, and so. I remember watching it back going, I could not look more serious. Like everybody else is like having fun, and I'm just like
zoned in because
I'm so focused on like, I'm terrified of sounding like an idiot. So, but it was electric, man. It was so much fun. And every time the cameras were not on, Steve Harvey is like the least family friendly.
Right.
The stuff that was coming out of his mouth, we were dying. And we were just like, oh my God, like this is, the irony is just hilarious.
Is there pressure there, especially when you're playing in the end where, you each have to go behind closed doors and come back out and give answers? Because if you're watching it on TV and the answers come up and like this, they'll ask the dumb question, like this is one of the most American desserts possible. And somebody,
right.
You watch somebody on TV and they go creme brulee and you go, what are you thinking?
I mean, there's certainly that thought. But it was. I guess I didn't really feel like the atmosphere was so, and it helped that we're such good friends with the Papa Roach guys that it just didn't feel as intimidating as I thought it would be. We were all just having a good time, and there was a lot more laughs than it was serious. Yeah. So, I would love to go back and do it again, and get that rematch.
You should.
I will take this sourdom to my grave.
I could tell.
I see your Deadpool and Wolverine in the background, and I know you.
Yeah, I'm a comic nerd, guy. Man. Like that's
how good. Yeah. How good was it,
dude? I saw it twice in the theater. I loved it. It. Just like the movie could have just been Hugh Jackman in the yellow suit, and
that was enough.
That would have been enough. Yeah. That was enough for me. Like seeing that, I never thought I would see it. And, I thought it was like, oh man, we never got to, when Logan came out, I was like, we never really got to see him in the suit, and that's never going to happen. So the fact that and it looked so freaking good.
Right. I told Blitz Nation because I saw a sneak peek like a couple of days before it came out, and I told Blitz Nation, I'm like, the first 5 minutes, will change the way you feel about NSYNC. And I said, there's a good chance that you might cry during the Goo Goo Dolls song at the end.
Yeah. Man, when he put that on, I was just like I heard the choirs from heaven open. It was pretty magical. And there's a part of me that's always like, I'm always interested to see where they're going to go with this. But there's also a huge part of me that's like, man, I don't think anyone will ever replace him as Wolverine. He might actually be doing this till he's 90.
I did think it was funny because the comic book version is 5'3", but when they showed the comic book version in the movie, you were like, it just doesn't work anymore.
No, that was a total troll move. It was like, to all you that have been bitching about his height this entire time, let's just show you how ridiculous this looks. The bar was taller than him.
Right? Here, little guy, do you want me to help you up?
So, hey, man, congratulations. Congratulations. You got your second #1 hit.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
thank you. Feels good.
Pieces sounds great on the Blitz, and our listeners love it, and they loved Artificial, and both of them now #1, man. That's pretty cool.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's crazy after doing this for however many years, and now I'm in my mid 40s. Like, these feel like the most important and the most earned to me, and it feels good, man. It feels like I feel great about what we're creating. I feel the best I've ever felt, this late in my career, which I didn't think was going to be possible. So it's and to be embraced with open arms again at Rock Radio is just it's just the icing on the cake. So
I was going to ask you, because we've talked about this before, how good does it feel for you, and how, I guess there's got to be a little bit of a level of justification for you to finally be able to do the kind of music that you've always wanted to do, and not only do it, but see success with it. Like, it's working.
I've said this to I don't know who I was talking to recently. I think it was somebody at the label. All the Grammy nominations, the American Music Awards, all that, like, this feels like the most success I've experienced in my career, because it feels honest, and it feels like I'm doing exactly what I want to do, and it's working, and it's being accepted, and not only accepted, but like, just to hear the fans go, finally, this is what we've been wanting from you for, from day one. So, and to hear, guys like yourself and other program directors like go, like, we were always just waiting for you to, climb over the fence there. So yeah, it feels great, man. It honestly, I can't describe how good it feels to be doing this now on the stages that I've wanted to play, in front of the crowd I've wanted to play for, and with bands that I've wanted to play with. It's kind of reinvigorating.
And so we're going to get an EP, part 1 of Shock to the System, later this month, and we're going to get a new single right away with that, correct?
Yes. Very, very excited about what's coming. I've already shot the video for it, and it was, I'll just say it's crazy.
All right.
It's crazy.
Now, I'm guessing, based on the videos that you've done before, you seem like someone who appreciates the art of the video, because I'm guessing we all kind of grew up in the same time period where when a song came out, you were fired up to see the video because you were like, oh, what are they going to do? And then you saw the video and you were like, oh, damn, is that what the song means now? You know what I mean? And I think that
and the video would either make or break a song for me. Like, there would be songs that I didn't like, and then I'd see the video and I'm like, no, I freaking love this song, and vice versa. There'd be songs that I was like, oh man, this song sucks now. I love, first of all, we just talked about, comic book movies. I'm such a huge fan of science fiction and film in general, like, and finally doing videos that kind of reflect that, and my love for action films and sci-fi. It's been so much more gratifying to be able to do these videos in a way that doesn't feel like the typical music video. We paid homage to Terminator and Artificial and Enter the Dragon in Pieces. Yeah. And it's kind of like becoming my thing where what's the next movie I'm going to like tip my hat to, And so we did something in this one that I feel like, sci-fi nerds and fans alike are going to be like, if and they'll pick up on it. But, yeah, I love it, man. It's so much more fun than just sitting there and performing the song and trying to find something, artistically compelling to say in the video that may or may not be exactly what the song is about, but somehow reflect that same energy.
Now, being the fan that you are, maybe you've already had the invite and we don't know. If you could cameo in a movie and you could pick a character that you were going to cameo as, who would you want to do?
I mean, that's an interesting question because anytime someone ever asks me that, I always blank because I'm like, no, I have not gotten the invite, but I would love that opportunity to show up in any of those films, whether it be Marvel or James Gunn's new DC universe or whatever they're doing over there. I remember, years ago, I went to the Man of Steel premiere, and I was. This was back when I was drinking a lot, and I was drunk enough to go up to Zack Snyder and say, "All right, man. So the next one, you're gonna have Lex Luthor, so maybe he can be, maybe he can have tattoos and."
That's great.
And he was drunk enough to oblige me at the time. But yeah, that sounds like a cool idea. Clearly that didn't happen. I don't know. I don't know. I'm always more interested in because I think we always have this idea of ourselves, but I'm more interested in what other people would see me as, you know what I mean? Like, as a director, like where could they see me fit in their universe, Yeah,
but see, I think too, like to be on the set and to put on one of those costumes is awesome. But I know you post a lot of workout videos, so you've got the superhero shred going on. When the dad bod puts on the Wolverine costume, it doesn't quite play as well. You see, in your mind, you see one thing, but in reality, you're like, oh man, Wolverine really let himself go.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, man. It really would. I would love every minute of it. If any of those guys are listening, call me up. I'm around.
So every December, the Blitz has concerts. We call it Blitzmas. And this year,
nice.
You are.
I love that, by the way.
You are headlining Blitzmas for us, and you're bringing Sleep Theory and Devour the Day with you. I love both of them. So this is a great lineup for our Christmas concert, man.
Definitely a high energy, loud, heavy, probably the biggest holiday shows we've ever done. We've always typically done like acoustic shows during this time of year. So we're excited to bring the heat.
We got a chance to hang out with Callum and the guys from Sleep Theory during Sonic Temple, one of the festival shows last summer. Those guys are phenomenal. Have you done anything with them yet?
Yeah, we did a show with those guys in Fallen in Reverse last year,
nice.
Around Christmas time, actually. We were like, okay, these guys they're going to do something. Yeah. They're going to be big. And sure enough, they've been just steadily climbing ever since. So yeah, we're big fans of those guys. And I know Joey from Devour the Day from, when we did shows with Pop Evil, and he sent me their stuff and I'm like, dude, like, let's do some shows together. So, just worked out.
Definitely going to be a fun lineup. We are looking forward to that. The problem is we've got a couple of months that we have to wait to get through before that happens.
Yeah,
but
it's okay. That means we get our reps in before then.
Right. And of course, new music on the way. You're doing some really good stuff already, and I think you've definitely changed what people probably would have stereotyped you as a couple of years ago. I think you've definitely been able to climb out of that and onto different things, which is awesome for you, man. It's good to see you have.
Yeah, it really is.
I want to see you guys and Papa Roach collab. Like, with all the stuff you guys do together, like that's got to be at some point in time.
We have kicked around the conversation for sure, But we got to get that rematch first.
Gotta have that first. You do a song about the battle at Family Feud somehow. That'll be awesome.
We're gonna have to slip in the word horse somewhere.
Awesome. Chris Daughtry, man, thank you for taking the time to hang with us. It's always good to have
Hey, thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Can't
wait to see you guys at Blitzmas.
Awesome, man. Hey, have fun. Enjoy the rest of what's left of your summer into fall, and good luck on all the new music, man, and congrats on everything that you've been doing.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.